All right, let's go. Back by popular demand. Body paragraphs. Remember, you guys are going to have to do 3 of these. So when you're writing your body paragraphs, think about you're trying to prove a point. You're trying to persuade. So you have a claim, you have evidence, and then you explain that evidence. All right, topic sentence, first sentence. Your claim, this is your point. Most important sentence in the entire paragraph, this is your claim. This is what you will be attempting to prove. Example. Genghis Khan's leadership abilities included his unique military battle tactics and the discipline of his army. All right, so this paragraph will be about Genghis Khan's, military abilities and his leadership of his army. Broad enough to encompass all that. Basically, it's positive. He's a great military leader, and you're going to prove that. Here's an example. Columbus, when he arrived in the New World, saw the Tano natives as primitive and easy to exploit for his own selfish purposes. Okay, so I'm trying to prove that Columbus is a bad guy. One, he exploited the indigenous people that he encountered, right? All right, so that's the first thing. Second thing is you want to have evidence. This is your research, right? It can be a quote, it can be a paraphrase, but you have to attribute your information. Where did you get it? How do you cite it? After the topic sentence, which is your claim, you'll need to prove your claim with evidence. This is sharing quotes, paraphrase. This is good stuff. This is how you're going to prove your point. Think like a lawyer. Prove the reader, provide the reader evidence to support your point. Example, again, Genghis Khan's a bad guy. Use this quote. Genghis Khan, in his own words, revealed himself to be a savage barbarian. The greatest happiness is to vanquish, etc., etc., right? This is where he's talking about what he likes to do, right? A couple of things. Make sure you cite your evidence properly. The next slide will help. If you cannot locate the exact page number, just use the hashtags, the number sign. All right, so here you go. You want to focus, go back. You want to focus down here, right? A citation, narrative or parenthetical, right? So this is a king. Some guy named King states this fact. Just put a page number. You've mentioned his name already, okay? When it comes to technology, we need, and then there's the quote, King 11, all right? If you can't find the author, just use the title of the article or the website and just put a page number. Common mistakes with evidence. Main mistakes is not properly citing your evidence. Any factual claim must be attributed to a source. For example, you cannot state the Black Death killed millions of Europeans without citing, telling where did you get that. Some students overwhelm the reader without evidence. I refer to this as a laundry list. Be careful and select the best, most appropriate quote or paraphrase. Some students do not use any sources. What? Remember, this is a research essay, so provide some evidence. I would use 2 separate sources for each body paragraph at a minimum. All right. Explaining, analyzing the evidence. After you've established a claim and offered some evidence, you must explain what that evidence means and how it fits in your narrative. Example, after the Genghis Khan quote, Genghis Khan's own words reveal his true self, his love of the conquest, his enjoyment of seeing others suffer, whether by taking their possessions or by making someone watch as they deny them any shred of humanity. Thus, Genghis Khan's greatest love was to be a barbarian. Some mistakes, sure, be careful. The lack of explaining can be a real weakness in student writing. Explain what you have selected, why you have selected that evidence, and what it means. As a reader, it may not be that clear. A lot of kids put clearly this shows. To me, it's not that clear. Again, you're a lawyer. Your evidence is your trial witnesses, and your explanation of the evidence is your closing statement. General structure of the body paragraph. Here's how I would structure body paragraphs. Topic sentence, claim. Evidence, quote, paraphrase, some sort of, you're providing evidence. 2, explain the evidence. What does it mean? How does it prove your point? Add a transitional phrase. Have some more evidence from a different source, a quote, a paraphrase. 6, again, explain the evidence. What does it mean? And then 7, circle back to your thesis statement. What do both pieces of evidence mean? Always go back to your overarching theme or point, which is your thesis statement. Common body paragraph mistakes. Switching topics mid-paragraph. Stay focused on the specific topic at hand. Too much evidence. You can get lost in the weeds. For each body paragraph, you're looking for 2 or 3 pieces of solid evidence. Be careful of drilling down into the minutiae of the topic. Not enough evidence or focusing on one source. Not enough explanation. Constantly bringing up the other side of your argument. You will address this in the counterclaim paragraph. Remember, prove your case.